Why she comes back after you take your distance. Hi everyone, I am Apollonia Ponti. I am your dating and relationship coach. I'm also the founder of ApolloniaPonti.com, and I am your dating, relationship, and life coach for you men to understand attraction, really what women want, and also to master your confidence, dating and relationship or marriage lives. And I welcome you if this is your first time joining me. If it is, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button so you're notified every time I post a new video. Let's talk about the dying question. Why does she miss me, and why does she come back when I show her distance? All right. So there's two reasons typically why men should be taking distance in relationships, right? Number one is because we may have came on too hot and heavy. We've started being a little needy, which is also codependent behaviors, which we classify as neediness, but it's codependent behaviors. And we start to gravitate and get bombarded with the idea of a relationship with her that we forget about our own personal lives, right? That's number one. Number two is because we're trying to change this person. We're trying to fix this person. So we lose ourselves in the process of trying to fix this person and showing up for the best man possible and to be the best man possible. Those are the two reasons why we typically take space, and also too because she's asked for it, because maybe we messed up or things like that. But in particular, we're talking about the one thing, and that is because we've lost ourselves in the chase of this woman, in the chase of this relationship, which we should never be chasing a woman. And so with that said, or we should never be chasing a person, we should be investing. Those are two different things. And by investing, we can get to know someone and see if they also will invest in us, right? No one, if we come through dating in this superiority, we have the superiorness, I should say, in dating of like, oh, this woman owes me, this man owes me, is when we're going to fail because we're just dating from ego. And so the biggest thing here is to understand that when you take your distance, the reason why a woman will miss you is because in these two scenarios I'm talking about, or even if you messed up and she took for space, is because behavioral patterns have changed. All right, guys? Here's the biggest thing is, just because she's reached out to you doesn't mean that she's missed you in the first acquaintance. Sometimes it just can be curiosity, right? Because it's like we're going to poke and see if you have changed. So we're going to poke and reach out and say, hey, how are you? Haven't heard from you in a long time, maybe. And then you go in and say, I'm doing good. It's so good to hear from you. Let's do coffee. Let me take you out to dinner. I'm so sorry for what's happening. And then we see that there's been no change. Right? We are poking to test if there has been change. If you are less dependent on us, if you are if you're stop trying to fix us, and you are coming from a place of integrity, a place of worth, and also that you are sorry possibly for the mistakes that you've done. And if there was mistakes that have been done, it's not about your words, it's in changed behavior. So all three of these situations are very relevant to what I'm saying here. And so when we start to show a woman that she can miss us by taking the space, it also shows that woman that, okay, maybe I can honor him in a different way. Maybe he is in hopes, especially if she loves you and she wants this to work, she's hoping that you will change. She's hoping that you will fix the things that you had to fix in order to get this relationship back. More than likely this is happening. And if so, what we have to do during this time is we have to do less worrying when we take the space and more investing in us. Because if someone truly loves us, and if someone wants to be with us, and if someone was invested in this relationship as long as we want, just like we wanted them to be, they will come back eventually. And when they come back, this is our time to showcase a change. Once we start to showcase change, it starts to build trust slowly, but we cannot rush into it. Our actions will rebuild trust in whatever way that disrupted the relationship in the first place. So for example, situation number one was you were too needy. You were too dependent on this person. Now you're taking space, you're interacting, you're doing, kickboxing classes, you're taking Muay Thai classes, you're taking dance classes, you're taking acting classes, you're going to work, you've lost 10 pounds, you've enhanced your fashion style, you've really invested in you now. And she's starting to see this as you guys go out to coffee, as you guys go out to lunch. And now the lack of convincing to be with you and just being present with her is there. This is what will convince her. These are actions, not the other way around where we don't work on us during this time and what caused this relationship to go bad, or how we lost ourselves as a man in this relationship, how we lost ourselves. Instead of not focusing on yourself, if you don't, then you go back into old behaviors, you go back into old patterns, and you just verified why she broke up with you in the first place, or why she took space from you in the first place, or why you took space in the first place from her. So the reason why this happens is because it's human psychology is just, the saying, like, we always want what we can't have, right? So it kind of comes down to that, right? So if you position yourself with integrity and you have an energy about yourself that doesn't come from manipulation or aggressiveness or I should say cockiness, that it's just really, I deserve to treat myself better and be better in my own life. Energetically, she's going to feel this. People will feel this. You will start to attract different people into your lives as well. So what happens is that saying of, I want always what I can't have, is because if we position ourselves as the best person possible, it will get her to desire you more. So the reason why she comes back is because she wants to see change. She wants to see that good guy that she saw potential in. Did I mess up? Is there still potential in this good guy? Now that I see that he's posting on Instagram, or he's being very social on Facebook, or my friends are telling me that he's done this, he's lost this much weight, he's getting this, he can tell something about him has changed. This is when it comes in. Because as women, we don't want to lose a great man. It is really hard to find a good man, guys. And this is what's important, is it's really just as hard it is to find a good woman as the same thing vice versa. So what will happen is she will come back. But the biggest thing is you have to be patient. Do not try to control an outcome. Do not try to control the end result. Do not showcase old behaviors that put you here in the first place. What we need to do is take change. And the biggest way that we can show change and take change is by pacing without expectations, without taking a mile when she gives you an inch, being a little close-ended in the beginning and saying, rewarding her for reaching out to you and saying, it's so great to hear from you. Thank you for doing that. I hope you're well too. Done. Then wait a couple more days for her to reach out as well. We want to show the distance, guys. And this is why she comes back when you take space, is because of this exact reason. Because there's curiosity too involved in it. So you have to not take a mile when she takes that first inch, guys. That first inch is just curiosity. Haven't heard from him. Let me reach out to him. Hey, what's going on? How are you? And then if we demolish her and bombard her with all of this, let's go to dinner. Let's do this. I'm so sorry. We show no emotional control. We show no behavioral changes. What we have to do is do exact opposite of what we've been doing. Take our time and not be so irresponsible and obsessive with our thoughts to get to this woman. That's why I always talk about the reality versus story. If a lot of you have been following me for a while, you know what that means. As always, I welcome your comments below. I hope this video helped you in understanding this. Give it a thumbs up if it did, and if you enjoyed watching. I do have something special for you. It's my 7 common mistake ebook that men make when attracting women. I'll put that below for you to download as well. As always, I'll see you again in the next video, and remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.